Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jimbo. This is going to be, I guess, a daily detail tip, even though it's going to be a little bit longer than a minute. Just kind of an ironic thing that happened to me this week. So if any of you have been following me for a long time, you'll remember about 2.5 years ago, I had a black Sprinter van that was my mobile detailing rig. And I ended up getting rid of it because it actually had backfired on me a little bit, and I was getting more complaints about having a nicer car than the car I was detailing from the customer. So my existing customers liked it, but it was actually a turnoff to new clients. So I ended up getting rid of that rig, and part of it, I think that it looked so fancy. Had a big Mercedes badge on the front. It was obsidian black, which is the black metallic. Of course, I had to always keep it clean. So there was like the keeping it clean, and in fact that the new customers kind of were turned off by it. That made me get rid of it. So there's a little bit of a backstory. It just brought a little bit more attention and bad attention, and I kind of had underestimated that. So and I've had all different kinds of rigs throughout the years. I towed a 10-foot trailer for 5 years. I had a Chevy Express that was a total piece of junk for a couple years. I had the Sprinter van. Now I have a truck. So I've kind of hit pretty much every kind of mobile rig you can have, I suppose. Anyway, that's not the point of this story. The point of this story is one of the last customers. Here's a story that happened to me this week. One of the last customers that I detailed their car, older lady, in a fairly affluent area. I pulled up in my Sprinter van, parked across the street from her house. She happened to be outside with her, I think it was a Fiat that I was doing, one of those four-door Fiats. I don't even know what they're called, the Fiat 500, I think. And she was waiting for me, so she was standing out front. I pulled up. I had never interacted with this person before other than the phone. I'd given her a ballpark price over the phone for her car, but nothing set in stone. And I popped out of the van, and I saw her, so obviously I'm a little bit cheery. Hi, how's it going? I'm Jimbo. I introduced myself, whatever. The first thing she says is, "Oh, wow, is that your van?" And kind of prideful, I flip around, check out the van. I'm like, it's looking nice. I'm like, yeah, that is my van. And she's like, oh, wow, you're going to be way too expensive. I don't know if I want you to detail my car. And in my head, I'm like, are you joking me? Like, this is the first interaction I'm having with you? Like, lady, I wanted to tell her, like, lady, you are setting the tone. You are really setting the tone in a bad way. Like, you're pissing me off, right? But, hey, I shrug it off. I look over her car. I give her a nice price. She likes it for the amount of work that needs to be done. Turns out she actually had said this, that she said, well, thank God that you have a good personality, because if it was only off the looks of your van, I probably wouldn't have had you do the job, right? Which is insane to me. Insane that someone would be willing to judge someone that hard. Anyway, again, that's why I ended up getting rid of the van, because situations like that were popping up almost every day, and I just was over it. So, fast forward to this week, actually last week, I get a call, minivan, whatever. I'm like, okay, sure. Scheduled the minivan. She goes, oh, I think my mom used you a while back. I'm like, okay, but that happens a lot. I mean, I've been detailing 9 years. I get a lot of referral-based business. Most of my business is referral-based. So, who's her mom? I have no idea over the phone, right? I have no clue. So, as I'm going to the appointment and I'm getting closer and closer and closer to this person's house, I'm having flashbacks like, holy crap, this is going to be the lady's house that kind of bashed on the Sprinter, right? Like, this is insane. So, sure enough, I roll up to the house, and the car that I'm going to detail is the daughter of the lady who bashed my Sprinter van 2.5 years before. And I just thought, this is insane. I thought I was never going to see that lady again because she didn't like my rig. She was worried that I was going to be too expensive, blah, 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 blah. And freaking 2.5 years later, she refers me to her daughter. So this isn't a podcast to toot my own horn, even though it probably comes off that way, and maybe is a little bit. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that story out there because you never know. Though people may have one opinion of you initially, you can turn it around. And referrals in our business are huge because referrals are free, right? So that mom telling her daughter about me didn't cost me anything but a smile and a good attitude. And I was already there that 2.5 years ago. So, again, I don't really know if I even had any purpose to that story other than I just thought it was freaking nuts that she would have me out, because I thought there was no way that I was going to ever be talking to this lady again. But, hey, I guess I delivered on a good detail, and the van didn't matter. But I just thought, it was crazy to me. So I just wanted to document that story and share it with you guys. I thought some of you would get a kick out of it.